let's keep going. So it's a good thing as it stops people from getting arrogant. And some giftings lend themselves better to certain personalities. A pastoral personality is generally going to be more gentle in dealing with people than a healing or teaching evangelist. Some teachers can be gentle, maybe not always. Paul Washer might be a teacher, he's not very gentle. These two types of people often need, okay, so this is the teaching and healing evangelist now, not a pastor. These two types of people often need a boldness to face people and tell them either they're going to get healed if they're healing evangelists, and that takes boldness. It's good to have a bold personality often seems to be with the healing evangelist. I don't get too many very, very gentle people gently going up to people saying, hi, oh, can I pray for you? And I believe, if you have it, it's good, let it be. It's nice to see a gentle person. Like, usually, from what I've seen being on the streets, it's people with stronger, bolder personality. Even if before they were saved, they were very within themselves. When they come out, when they got saved, in people's faces a lot. Some that they don't really seem to have good, always two-way conversations. Just like, this is what I believe. The pastoral person, if they're evangelizing, I've seen it, they will just watch what's going on. It's like, I don't like this. Because they want to connect heart to heart. So they want to speak to the person, say, hi, how are you? Gently get into a conversation. That person starts sharing their life. The pastoral person just listens, different giftings. They should learn from each other. So if you're an evangelist and you keep going aggressive at people, you should learn from the pastoral person. Let me calm down sometimes. Actually listen to what the person has to say. See where their brokenness is. Oh, even where their brokenness is that. Okay, what is stopping them from coming to the kingdom of God? What issue do they have? And asking that kind of question, the pastoral person is usually better. Let me ask, about 2 or 3 minutes into the conversation, what's going on with them, and then let me give my gospel message based on where they're missing, whether it's brokenness or they just don't understand God and don't do it that way. That is more effective. If you heal them, then give a gospel message. But it's too many people I see give a gospel message without knowing where the person's broken or anything like that, or what's hindering them from coming to the kingdom of God. They're just like, yeah. I might have been like that when I was younger, but I fell into my gifting more, going out week in, week out. That's one reason you go out week in, week out. But again, there's no guarantee. I've seen people go out week in, week out. It's like years. It's like, oh, come on, learn to be a bit more pastoral. Being on the streets, learning to be a bit more pastoral is a good thing. Learning healing, if you're a pastoral person on the streets, learning healing is a good thing, and using it sometimes. Again, I know someone who's great at healing. Someone said, I've got emotional issues. Just earlier, about 20 minutes later, that person was saying, the one who's healing evangelist, I know the person I minister with is really good at pastoral stuff, which is true, but you've been with this person for ages. So some of their things should have rubbed off on you, how they speak to the person. Since they said they got emotional issues, the person wanted to back away. I was just it's fine if you're just new to evangelism, because being pastoral can be scary. This person's been out for years. It's like, you should know this now. You just don't want to learn it. And when you challenge that person, they just don't want to learn it. That's the stubbornness I don't like. That's the problem, when people they should learn, they know they should learn something, or it's kind of clear they should learn something, and they refuse not to, even though they're ministering. And yeah, another one would be someone who's prophetic and is always going off the edges and never wants to bring any teaching into the thing. That is, and when you challenge them, they want to be teaching. That is bad again. You've gone too far into your gifting. The problem with these gifts is when you go too far, I'll show it later. Too many people go too far into their gifting. I don't rein it back with some of the other giftings and using their brain to rein things in, and you get all sorts of problems in that. When you go to a ministry, look at what's the main gifting of the main leader or the ministry, and see if they're very unbalanced, because they're not bringing other giftings in sometimes. Even if they have to bring another leader, another ministry, or elevate some people in the ministry that have a different gifting to balance it out. Just watch. So yeah, there's a lot of that I see is not good. But anyway, a pastoral person listens to the brokenness of Christians and non-Christians. Telling a drug dealer just to pull themselves together and trust Jesus is likely to be ineffective. But someone being pastoral, you don't have to be pastoral to do this. You can a non-Christian can learn to be pastoral. Nearly everybody can learn, to be counselor, not to be a proper counselor. It's healthy emotional behaviors. Like a married couple goes counseling, where they teach them, okay, listen to what the person says, reflect back what they're saying. Listen, what are the underlying emotions to their brokenness? A counselor could teach that to married couples. You could teach that to every married couple, and if they learn to do it, which would be healthy, so people say, yeah, it's good to do it, they become more pastoral. And if they teach their friends, they become more pastoral. And they may be non-Christians, have no pastoral gifting whatsoever, even if they were to come to Christ, but they've learned to be more pastoral. This is pastoral. This is why it says in it, to equip the saints. So everybody's meant to equip people in their gifting, because you can use it in your life to live a more healthy life. Again, as I said, the pastoral of even non-Christian married couples or with their kids when they're constantly fighting, but now they're learning how to listen to their kids, listen to the brokenness, ask them about the brokenness, ask them open-ended questions, build a more healthy relationship. This is why it's important that the different giftings, if everybody learned the different gifts, and I'm not going to say everything's going to be perfect, you might try healing and never get good at it, or you might never even accomplish it. But if you're in an environment where it's been done, it's good to try it. Prophecy, you might always be rubbish at prophecy, but it's at least good to try it. Maybe a few times, see if you, do I actually get, think of it, level 0 to level 10. People who are good at it, gifted, maybe level 7, 8. So they're supposed to teach people who are maybe level 0 or 1, get them to maybe 3 or 4, so they can function in it at times. If you're rubbish at prophecy, but someone teaches you how to prophesy a bit, now you can get your kids together in Bible study and let them hear from God from younger. When so many teenagers leave the church in 20s, because they never had an encounter with God, if someone teaches you a bit of the prophetic gift and you teach your kids from a young age how to hear from God, they're hearing from God in their teenage years, and they can get quiet before God too and journal things out, and then it might mean they have more of a relationship and stop them from going off the rails. I've given the different giftings to equip the saints. So even if you don't have that gifting, I want someone to equip you with it so you can walk in it to a certain level to make you more well-rounded in life. So yeah, I've got to go to the next page. Let me pause probably.